Special thanks to Patreon supporter Martino14 for making this tutorial possible. Hello ladies and gentlemen, Scared204 here, bringing you another Minecraft Modern Warfare vehicle tutorial. In this tutorial, we'll be going ahead and building the 2S19 Msta. The 2S19 Msta-S is a 152.4mm self-propelled howitzer designed by the Soviet Union, which entered service in 1989 as the successor to the 2S3 Msta-S. The vehicle is based on the T-80 tank hull, but is powered by the T-72 diesel engine. The Msta is a modern howitzer designed for deployment either as an unarmored towed gun or to be fitted with an armored self-propelled artillery mountings. The current production of the towed model is designated the Msta-B, while the self-propelled model is the Msta-S. The development of the S2 or the 2S19 started in 1980 under the project name of Firma. The project was known as Object 316. The 2S19 standard equipment consists of semi-automatic layering system, 1P22, an automatic loader, and a nuclear, biological, and chemical protection system, passive night vision device for the driver, a wattling kit, a dozer blade, a smoke generator, and an 81mm smoke launchers. The 1V1116 intercom system and a 16 kilowatt generator AP-18D. In 2008, the Russian Armed Forces ordered an improved model with an automated fire control system. So yeah, the 2S19 Msta, a very cool artillery piece and a very interesting one. The T series of tanks, like the T-72, T-80, tanks are not that big of tanks, and this gun system is absolutely massive on the tank. It looks a little strange looking at it as you see how big this turret actually is on the vehicle, but at the same time, it's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool design, and it will make a really awesome addition to your modern Russian militaries, as basically we haven't had a modern kind of self-propelled artillery piece for the Russians, so nice to kind of finally see a design come out for them. Anyways, before we go ahead and take a look at the build, I do want to go ahead and give special thanks to Patreon supporter Martino14 for making this tutorial possible. If you guys are interested in supporting the channel more you already do, feel free to check my Patreon page. Link is always in my video descriptions, where you can go and put a small amount to the channel every month, and in doing so earn a video request to your choosing. It really helps support the work I do on my channel and is really greatly appreciated, so definitely feel free to check that out. Again, links will always be in my video descriptions. With that though, let's go ahead and dive in here to take a look at the 2S19 Msta. So going ahead again, start with, we have the chassis here, which is taken straight from one of my T-80 vehicles. Obviously it's a little modified to fit the different design aspects of the Msta, as obviously there's a little bit of differences in the whole structure, but the main part are basically road wheels. Everything like that is going to be basically the same, so our chassis. We have the back here, which has some external fuel tanks on it and all the various details all the way around it. We have the turret itself. As you can see, the turret in relative to the chassis is really huge. Really kind of surprising how big the turret is. I kind of think there would be like some problems with the weight on the vehicle, but apparently it works. So it's you know, doing its thing. We have the main gun here, obviously the 152mm gun, so very big, powerful gun. We have the top here of the turret equipped with a Dishka turret, as well as some extra ammo, you know, clips there on the side, or you know, containers, and obviously all the various detail. It does have a loading system on the back here that can actually be used to load shells from the outside into the vehicle. It's a pretty cool, nifty little conveyor belt type system. We have it kind of brought up in this configuration here. You could look at pictures and try to extend it. There really isn't a whole lot in terms of reference when it comes to that aspect, however, as compared to having it folded up like we do here. So that's what I decided to go and go with. Again, you can obviously modify that to your needing and to your liking if you do want to include that feature. But overall, that's pretty much the overview for the 2S19 Msta. And with that, let's go and move into the tutorial by beginning with our first layer. Alright guys, moving into our first layer, we go ahead and start with layer 1. For layer 1 to go ahead and get started with, here, we're going to place down a row 2 of nether brick slabs, followed by 2 nether brick top slabs, coming off those 2 slabs like so. After that, we want to go then grab ourselves some black shulker boxes. We're going to place down 2 shulker boxes like this back to back, as well as 2 polished blocks downstairs, and there are 2 of stairs right behind those 2 like that. We're going to then place down another set of 2 of polished blacks, of black shulker boxes, followed by again 2 polished black stone stairs, and there are 2 directly behind these, and again 2 black shulker boxes like this back to back. We're going to go then place down another set of 2 of polished black stone stairs, and there are row of 2 right behind those, 2 nether brick slabs, and 2 nether brick top slabs, like that, going toward the back there. After that, we want to go ahead and place down an item frame on each one of these shulker boxes with a green stained glass pane in those item frames, and then we're going to go then place down a dark oak wood button on the side here if you're on Java. So if you're on Java, on the side of those black shulker boxes, we can place down a dark oak wood button. If you're on Pocket Edition or Bedrock, just know you can't place an item frame and button in the same block space, and if that's the case, just go ahead and place down the item frame and prioritize that item frame every time. Anyways, let's continue on. We're going to then place down a row of dark oak wood trapdoors, which is going to go from this nether brick slab over. So we're going to have 1, 2, 3 dark oak wood trapdoors over, and then a row of 3 of dark oak wood top slabs. On the back section here, we want to go ahead and go to this nether brick slab here. We're going to place down a row of 5 of dark oak wood top slabs over, 1 top slab there in the center, and then we're going to go ahead and just very simply place down a zombie head coming off the side of this nether brick top slab like so. And the same thing will be done over here, 2 nether brick slabs, 2 nether brick top slabs, and then a zombie head again on the side there, like that. After that's done, we want to go and just fill in the chassis here, the bottom of the hole for the vehicle, and this is going to be just taking dark oak wood top slabs and just filling the space in like so on the bottom. So just like that. With that all filled in on the bottom here, we're going to then go to the sides. We're going to basically replicate the same track design we did over on the other side, just over to here. So I'm going to go ahead and do this a little bit faster, as I've already covered the track on the other side in pretty good detail. You can go ahead and either slow down the video, build along if you're fast enough, or look at the other side and basically build from that. So either way, you do want to have the same track design on both sides, and our nether brick slabs, and our top slabs here, and obviously don't forget your item frames on those black shulker boxes, as well as a green stained glass pane, which will be in those item frames like so. And again, if you're on Java, that extra detail of a dark oak wood button on the side there of those shulker boxes as well. Anyways, with that all complete, that's it for our base layer there for layer 1. Taking a look at it from above, that we should have for the top-down view. And with that, we'll be going ahead and moving into basically our banners here for those road wheels, as you can see, basically for the stairs. So we're going to go and grab the materials, and I'll see you guys here shortly to make those banners. Alright guys, so go ahead and continue on. We're going to go ahead and make those banners there for the stairs. It's pretty simple to make. We're going to need basically a loom, 2 green banners, and 4 black dye. We're going to go into our loom, we're going to place our green banners and our black dye. We're going to go and start off by splitting the banner in half, basically down the center, so with this black line horizontally, and we're going to do this for both banners. Both these banners are going to be placed back into our looms. However, for each banner, we're going to go do something a little bit different. We're going to go ahead and, for our first banner, place down the line of black on the left side, splitting this banner in half vertically, and the other banner here, it's going to be a line on the right side with our black, again splitting that banner in half like that. Both these banners here are going to go ahead and go on the side of the polished black stone stairs here, so just like this, with the green portion facing toward each other, and this right here is going to basically make the polished black stone stairs there look a little more like road wheels and kind of fit that overall design. Anyways, that right there is going to conclude layer number 1 for the build, and with that, let's go and move into layer number 2. Alright guys, moving into our next layer, we're moving into layer number 2. For layer 2, to go ahead and get started with here, to place down 2 nether brick walls here on top of these 2 top slabs. We're going to place down dark oak wood signs on the front there of the walls and also on the side like so. Same thing over here on this side as well. Once we get that done, we're going to place down a zombie head here to both sides, and then a row 2 of dark oak wood slabs across this section here, an item frame coming off these 2 slabs, and then a snowball in those item frames like that. After that, we want to go then take our green terracotta. We're going to place down 2 green terracotta blocks out to both sides like so. And then after that, we're going to take our green terracotta and we're going to place down a row of 7 of green terracotta across. After we have that done, we're going to then place down dark oak wood trapdoors on the side there of these green terracotta blocks, and we want to go and then close them like so. After that, continuing to work our way back, we're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 green terracotta blocks back, and over here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 green terracotta blocks back as well. We can then fill the space in between, basically with green terracotta. It's something you don't for sure need to do, but just kind of for my purposes, I like to completely fill the inside in here to make it nice and solid. But yeah, we're just going to fill that in completely. Then on the sides here, we'll take dark oak wood trapdoors, and along all these green terracotta blocks, we'll place down dark oak wood trapdoors and make sure the trapdoors are closed and lay flat on the side there of those green terracotta blocks. So, just like that. After that's done, we're going to go then place down another row of 5 green terracotta across here, a green shulker box this time to both sides with a dark oak wood sign on the side there of the shulker box. Same thing over here. We're going to go then place down another brick or actually sorry, 2 black concrete blocks on both sides here. And we're going to then place down a dark oak sign on the side here, as well as on the side of this row of 2 as well. In the space in the middle here, we're just going to take our green terracotta. We're just going to place down a row of 3 of green terracotta across that middle space. And from this point here, we're going to then take our spruce wood slabs, and we're just going to place down a row of 7 of spruce wood slabs across. And we're going to then place down spruce wood signs along this row of 7. So going all the way along the sides here, and it's going to wrap around the sides on the ends here as well. So just like that, and that will basically fill, or basically, you know, create that back there. And with that, that's going to basically wrap up what we have here for this layer. Taking a look at it from above, this right here is what we should have with layer 2 complete. And with that, we'll be moving into our next layer, layer number 3. Alright guys, moving into our next layer, we have layer number 3. For layer 3 to get started with here, we're going to go ahead and begin with by place down spruce wood trapdoors on top of these 2 green terracotta blocks. We're going to go ahead and go forward from the trapdoors and place down 2 green carpets on top of those narrow brick walls here on the very front there of the vehicle. After this, we're going to place down a daylight detector here to both sides, and we're going to then follow this up with a dark oak stair to both sides as well, and make sure after that daylight detector is placed, you do close those trapdoors if they do open on you. After that's done, we're going to then place down a spruce wood stair here, followed by a spruce wood corner stair coming off that stair. Same thing on this side, spruce wood stair, and a corner stair coming off of it. The space in between here, we're going to place down a spruce slab in the middle, followed by an item frame and a black bed rotated on its side, like so, in that item frame. Again, if you're on Java, we'll place down a dark oak sign on the side there of the slab to kind of have it face forward, like so, to create the driver's viewport there for the vehicle. After that, we want to go then place down a dark oak slab to both sides of that spruce wood slab, as well as 3 dark oak slabs back behind that. We're going to then take our stripped spruce wood, we're going to place down a block here to both sides, a spruce wood stair here on the insides, and then we're just going to go ahead and go back 1, 2, 3, stripped spruce wood blocks, 1, 2, 3 on this side as well. After that, we want to go then grab ourselves some green terracotta, as well as mossy cobblestone walls. We're going to place down 1, 2, 3 green terracotta blocks, a mossy cobblestone wall, another row of 5 of green terracotta, and then a second row of 5 green terracotta going across, filling in that section there. Now on the sides here, we want to go and then place down 1, 2, 3 ladders on the sides here of these stripped spruce wood blocks, so both sides. And we're going to then grab ourselves some green terracotta. We're going to place down 2 rows of 5 across, and we're going to then place down 2 green shulker boxes like this on the ends here. We then want to place down an item frame coming off the side here of these shulker boxes, as well as a green terracotta block in the item frame. And again, if you're on Java, we'll place a dark oak sign on the side there of that block as well, in the same block space as the item frame. After this, we want to go and then continue on by going ahead and placing down a zombie head actually that's going to be behind these shulker boxes. So we're actually going to go ahead and replace the spaces behind those with zombie heads right there. Then at this point, we're going to go and grab some polished black stone walls. We're going to place down 2 rows of 3. So 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. Once we have that done, we want to go ahead and then place down a dark oak slab here, and then a zombie head here. Over here, same thing, dark oak slab, and a zombie head. After that, we want to go ahead and place down a green bed on top of the shulker box. Same thing over here. And on the side here of this green bed, we're going to place down 2 item frames. And then we're going to take our black beds and place down 2 black beds in those item frames, rotated so the pillows are facing away from each other. And we then want to place down spruce wood signs on the side here again if we go on Java, like so. After that, going to the other side, we're going to go ahead and basically shift crouch and place down our item frames here. Again, same thing, black beds rotated so they're facing apart from each other, like so, and then our spruce wood signs like that on the side there. After that's complete, we're going to go then place down a spruce wood slab, going back from those zombie heads, and in the space, or actually sorry, going back from the beds, my bad, on both sides. In the space in the middle here, we're going to place down a row of 5 of daylight detectors, and we're going to turn these all to the night mode. After that, we're going to place down 2 green shulker boxes on their sides, like so, bottom to bottom. Same thing over here, like so. And then taking dark oak buttons, we're going to place down 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Item frames on the side here, a green terracotta block in the item frame. Over here, same thing, item frame, green terracotta block in the item frame. And we're going to go then take chains and place down a row of 3 of chains in between those shulker boxes, like so. And once we have that all done right there, that is going to basically wrap up what we have there for layer number 3. And with that, that will basically bring us to move on to layer number 4. Alright guys, moving into our next layer, we'll be moving into layer 4. For layer 4 to begin with, we're going to take our green terracotta, we're going to place down a row of 5 across this section right here. We're We're going to go then place down a item frame, come off the center green terracotta block, a green terracotta block in that item frame, and again, if you're on Java, we'll place a dark oak wood sign on the front there of that, like so. We then want to go ahead and grab dark oak wood stairs. We're going to place down 2 upside down stairs here to both sides of that item frame there. And then going up from these stairs here, we're going to go up and upside down with these dark oak wood stairs like so. And on the backs of those stairs, we're going to place down a lever and have this flick downwards like so for basically the supports there for that gun in the transit version. If you do want to have this in kind of a firing position, you will not include those stairs and anything like that, any of that brace there for that vehicle. So if you're having this in the transit mode, this is pretty much what this is more ideal for. But again, in the firing mode, you're not going to have these braces here connected to the barrel. Anyways, though, continuing on, we're going to take our green terracotta. We're going to place down another row of 5 that goes across, and then we want to go ahead and place down 2 green shulker boxes on both ends. And in those shulker boxes, or come off the sides of the shulker boxes, we're going to place down some tripwire hooks. And we're also going to place down a dark oak wood upside down stair, come off the side there, facing toward the front. After that, we're going to then place down another row of green terracotta, row 7, followed by a second row of 7, then a third row, and after that third row, we're going to then place down a 4th row after that. Once that's done, we want to go then place down a dark oak wood upside down stair to both sides, and we're going to then take our green terracotta and place down 2 blocks on both sides there going toward the center. After that, we're going to then place down a end rod in the center, and then going back from the end rod, we're going to place down a dark oak wood fence gate, followed by a dark oak wood upside down stair, like that, to go ahead and basically finish it off there on the back. And with that all complete, that right there is going to basically wrap up what we have there for layer number 4. And with that, we'll be going ahead and moving into our next layer, layer number 5. Alright guys, moving into our next layer, we have layer 5. For layer 5 to go ahead and get started with here, we'll be going ahead and going to this section here. On top of this item frame here, we're going to place down a dark or green terracotta block, followed by a second block that goes forward. On both sides of the second block, we're going to place down a dark oak wood trapdoor wrapped around it, as well as a dark oak wood trapdoor here on the bottom of this green terracotta block like so. We're going to go then place down a second green terracotta block forward with a mossy cobblestone wall to both sides. After this, we're going to go ahead and place down 2 green terracotta blocks forward, followed by 2 mossy cobblestone walls, 2 green terracotta blocks, then 1, 2, 3 mossy cobblestone walls forward, and we're going to go then place down a polished blackstone stair, followed by a second stair coming off this one like so, a item frame on the back of the stair, and then we're going to go then place down a black concrete block in the item frame like that, as well as dark oak wood signs on the sides here of these stairs, at the back here, and again the sides here like that. And on top, we'll just place down 2 dark oak wood trapdoors, so we don't have to worry about it in the next layers. After that, though, coming back to this section, we want to go ahead and then place down a row of 3 of green stained glass panes across. Same thing over here. And we're going to then place down a wither skeleton skull coming off those glass panes like so. We're going to then take our green terracotta, we're going to place down a row of 5 across. And we're going to then take our mossy cobblestone walls and place down 2 walls going back on both sides there. Then our green terracotta across as well. After that, we're going to then place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 green mossy cobblestone walls. Same thing over here. And we're going to then place down green terracotta blocks, rows of 5 going across in between here, like so, and all the way to this point here. Now at this point, we're going to go ahead and then place down 2 green terracotta blocks on the right side. On the left side, however, we are going to place down 2 stripped sprucewood blocks, as well as replacing these 2 green terracotta blocks down here from the previous layer with 2 stripped sprucewood as well. So my apologies on that one. And then we're going to place down a tripwire hook coming off this block here, and then 2 stone buttons like that to the side there. We also want to place down an item frame here on this green terracotta block, a green terracotta block in the item frame, and again a dark oak wood sign on the side there if you're on Java. With that, we're going to then place down a end rod that is going to go across the space right here. After that, we want to go and then place down a dark oak wood upside down stair on top of this stair here with a lever that will be on the back of it. Or actually, it's going to be rather a top slab. So it's actually going to be a top slab above the stair. So like so. And we're going to hold off on the lever for right now. We're going to come back to that a little bit later. On both sides of the top slab, though, we are going to place down an item frame, followed by a green terracotta block in the item frame. And again, a dark oak wood sign if you're on Java on the sides of that top slab. After that, we want to go then place down a dark oak wood slab like this back. We're going to go then place down a dark oak wood trapdoor on the right side like so. And that right there is going to basically make that back section there. And with that out of the way, that right there is going to pretty much conclude this layer. I'm just trying to make sure I'm not missing anything. And one thing we are going to do is we are going to go ahead and place down 2 spruce wood blocks that are going to be located right here in this section. So it's going to be slightly different there. 2 spruce wood planks, or stripped spruce wood blocks, now it's going to be on the left side only. We're also going to replace this green terracotta block with a dark oak wood upside down corner stair with a dark oak wood sign on the side of it. And this also, the stair here should be turned to that as well. So we have the corner stair and the sign on the side of it. Other than that though, that is going to pretty much wrap up what we have here for this layer. Just double checking, make sure we're not missing anything, and everything does appear to be good to go so far. And yeah, with that though, that'll basically conclude this layer. One thing also is going to be the addition of zombie heads on the sides of these slabs and that upside down stair from the previous layer. Anyways, though, with that out of the way, that is going to conclude layer number 5 of the build. And with that, let's go ahead and move on to layer number 6. Alright guys, moving into our next layer, we have layer number 6. For layer 6 to go ahead and get started with here, we want to go ahead and begin with by going ahead and placing down a dark oak wood stair that's going to be on this space right here. Then 1 and 2 dark oak wood slabs forward, and then a row of 2 of dark oak wood trapdoors forward. We're going to go to the sides here. We're going to place down 1, 2, 3, and 4 zombie heads on the sides here of the slabs and the trapdoors. So just like that to both sides. We then want to go ahead and place down a row of 2 green terracotta block to both sides of that dark oak wood stair. This dark oak wood stair right next to it, we're going to place down an item frame, and then in that item frame we want to go ahead and place down a black bed, rotated so it's facing upwards like so. We're also going to place down a dark oak wood fence gate, which will be on top of these glass panes here, and will be opened up toward the vehicle itself like that. So just like that on both sides there for the front. With that done, we're going to then take our spruce wood. We're going to place down 2 stripped spruce wood blocks here. Then 1, 2, and 3 green terracotta blocks over. We're going to go then place down a row of 5 of green terracotta across. And then we want to go then place down 2 stripped spruce wood blocks here. Another 2 over here. Green terracotta block in the middle. And another row of 5 going across here like so. After that, we're going to place down another row of 5 across as well. On the right side here, on the right side only, we're going to go and take our grindstones. We're going to place down 1, 2, and 3 grindstones right here. And we're going to then also place down a green banner on the side here of this block. After that, over here on the right side, the other side here, we're going to place down a green banner here. And then 2 zombie heads like that on the side there of those blocks. With that all complete, lastly on the back here, we're going to place down a zombie head on top of this block here. And then a lever on top of this one going forward, connecting up to that block like so. And the same thing will be done over here, a lever here, and then a zombie head like that. After that's all done, we want to go and then place down a dark oak wood trapdoor here, followed by a dark oak wood sign on the side there. We want to go and then place down a slab coming off this right here, and then a top slab going up from that. We're going to go ahead and then place down a dark oak wood trapdoor on the side there of that slab, and then a dark oak wood trapdoor on top of this here with a dark oak wood sign on the side of that slab like that. And that right there kind of gets a little bit into the next final layers of the build, but that right there is going to conclude what we have there for layer 6. We pretty much have the turret done for the most part, and with this we're going to be moving into our final layers, which are going to basically consist of us just building all the top details here for the turret. Or, yeah, for the turret. One thing also, we're going to go and change out these 2 mossy cobblestone walls on the left side here for 2 andesite walls. Something that should have been done in the previous layer, but yeah, just make sure you go ahead and make that change as well. But other than that though, that is going to basically wrap up what we have there for layer number 6, and with that, let's go ahead and move into our last final layers. Alright guys, so moving into our final layers, we have basically layers 7 through 11. To go ahead and get started with here, we're going to go ahead and take dark oak wood trapdoors. We're going to place down a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 across this section here, and then going forward 1, 2, 3. On this back section here, we're going to place down a dark oak wood slab that goes up from that trapdoor like so. We're going to grab a dark oak wood fence post, place down one on both sides of this slab here. The left side, we're going to go ahead and place down a green carpet on top of that fence post. On the right side, we're going to go ahead and place down a total of 4 iron bars going up like this for the radio antenna. So 4 going up. We then want to grab stone buttons. We're going to place down a row of 1, 2 stone buttons, and then 1, 2 on this side as well. We're going to go ahead and also place down a zombie head. That'll be on this block here. And then 2 end rods up like that next to it. And we're going to also grab ourselves a redstone comparator. Place down one right here like so. After that, we're going to then place down a anvil. That would go right here. And then a polished blackstone top slab coming off the anvil like this. And then a grindstone coming off that top slab to the side here like so. We're going to go ahead and also place down a wither skeleton skull. That will be on the back there of the anvil like that. And then going forward from this, we're going to place down a end rod, and then we're going to place down a chain, like this, coming off the end rod, like so. We then want to go ahead and go to the other side. We're going to place down a dark oak wood fence gate next to this anvil, open up toward the front, and we're going to go then grab an item frame, place down an item frame on the side there of the fence gate, and in that item frame we're going to place down a snowball. So, just like this. After that's done, we want to go then place down a redstone repeater up on top there, like that. And we're going to then place down a zombie head. That'll be going toward the back here like so, or actually sorry, toward the front. We're going to have one going to the front like that, and then one coming off the back there of it like so. And that right there will basically create our machine gun mounted up on top, and with that, that will pretty much complete what we have here for layers 7 through 11 and our design here for the the 2S19 Msta-S self-propelled artillery gun. Hopefully you guys do enjoy this tutorial and are able to put it to good use. If you do end up using this build, I do see you guys give me proper credit for this. Link from the on the build, link to my channel or this video if this does appear on social media sites. As long as you guys give me proper credit for your free user for projects you guys are working on, overall enjoy the build, have fun with it, and all that fun stuff. With that though, thank you guys again so much for watching. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. This is McGarrett204, and I'll see you guys next time.